Bad people exist. Many people say this, but you never really understand it until you see a bunch of bad people doing bad things together. And that's what happened the other day in DC. So basically, all right, basically what happened is that a bunch of stink boys, a bunch of real stinky boys, decided to get all together and march through DC and talk about how they're going to be reclaiming America. They were holding poles with upside down American flags on them. They had tiny little baby shields, and they were all dressed in khakis and blue sweaters. They wanted to be color coded. They wanted to be matching because they thought it would be cute. And they marched through DC. Okay. They marched through DC. So let me play a little video for you of what they did the other day. We'll take a quick look. This person had to say, a beautiful night in the Lincoln Memorial, interrupted by demonstrators chanting, "Reclaim America." The crowd gave them the finger and exchanged profanities. Look at them go. Sounds very tacky. It is very tacky. I don't know why they decided to go with the fucking Geek Squad look, but apparently that's what they thought would be the best. Someone made a meme about this, so we're playing it, boys. This is, here, we'll give the credit. This is credit. Vinny Thomas. Thank you, Vinny Thomas. I watched a little bit of this, but this was kind of funny.
Okay, everyone. Can I have your attention, please? Quiet coyotes. I think we're all ready. We're all ready for the big event. So it's gonna be navy blue tops and khaki bottoms. If you're wearing jeans, don't bother showing up, because if we don't match, it's not going to be scary. If I see a bunch of people wearing khakis, then it's scary. But if it's a bunch of people wearing khakis and Fred, they're not going to be scared. Now, the aesthetic we're going for is Ku Klux Klan, bitch, but it's at Best Buy. You feel me? So we really need to lean into that aesthetic, because that's what we've committed to. Furthermore, I saw the cutest little clear serving platters. They're like big clear plates at the Dollar Tree. And I went ahead and picked a bunch of those up, and I taped a little handle on the back. So we'll all have the cutest little shields. They're not actually good for protecting anything, but they do make us look like little soldiers. It's also important that everyone be wearing a mask. And I know, I get it, we hate masks, but this is for our physical protection more than anything else. It's going to be a really bright day, and that skin's got to be covered up, and sunglasses too. Oh God, what else? If you could bring that drum that you bought for your son, and if you could just hit it at random moments, I think we did a good job, you guys. I think this is going to be very successful. I think we're going to look cute as fuck.
So yeah, we got quality memes on deck out of this. So that's the good that came out of this. White supremacist rhythm section. Yeah, listen, he wasn't holding that beat very well. I noticed, like, after watching a couple of the videos from it, I was like, man, there's some times where he was really dropping that beat, but you know, whatever, I guess. The Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz was less stiff than this guy. Look at him. Look how stiff he's walking. You all right, Mike? I saw him. He was like basically waddling. Is he all right? Is that guy okay? Listen. Some of us a little pale. No one brought sunscreen, okay? No one's gonna bring sunscreen to lather your ass up, okay? So I don't want to see anybody getting any sunburns. In case of dick sucking. Yeah, and hey, listen, they did suck dick. That's why this is a bit funny. So that was the good that came out of this. Let's read on a little bit. So white supremacists stage bizarro rally in downtown DC, find themselves stranded. Okay. So not only did they have this little march, but they didn't even have a way to get home. Let's talk about it for a second. Well, the group had marched through the city with threatening chants about their plan to reclaim America. By the end of the night, it was not clear how they would intend to even reclaim their U-Haul. So what happened was that more than 100 members went there to DC, and a lot of them got there. But the problem was they weren't sure how to get everyone back home. There was a problem with the ride, and so they got stranded for a little while, which was very, very funny. The rally, with more than 100 members of the Patriot Front group held blocks from the White House, sparked fear among many bystanders, immediately attract the attention of law enforcement, who shot at the group to forestall any conflict. So now, These guys, okay, these guys used to be, if I remember their name, they used to be Vanguard America. And that name may ring a bell, it may not. It may ring a bell because this is the same group that was at the Unite the Right Charlottesville riot that killed people. The one with the Robert E. Lee statue back in like what, 2017? So Charlottesville was so bad for them optically. So what they did is they went into hiding, changed their name, and now they're back, boys. And I was going to say stronger than ever, but they're just as weak as they always were. And here's a little bit of their manifesto from the ACLU put it around. This is the best place to find their manifesto, I think. The American identity was something uniquely forged in the struggle that our ancestors waged to survive in this new continent. To be an American is to realize this identity and take up the national struggle upon one's shoulders. Not simply by birth is one granted the title, but by the degree to which he works to fulfill the potential of his birth. And this is where he talks about a little something, a little strange, a little quirky. An African, for example, may have lived, worked, and even been classified as a citizen and American for centuries, yet he is not American. I thought that's exactly what like this shit was, but apparently not. He is, as he likely prefers to be labeled, an African in America. The same rules applies to others who are not the founding stock of our people, as well as those who do not share the common unconscious that permeates throughout our greater civilization and the European diaspora. What the fuck does this shit mean? Remember when I told you about how these people have no identity of themselves? They have to be like, I mean, I remember like white people did something good like 500 years ago. That was cool, guys, right? That's like basically me, right? Fucking loser. The unconscious. Colonial Europeans are like a hive mind or something. They all can speak to each other. They have telekinesis. They're in the common unconscious. Oh my gosh, are they like Spore? I don't like that. I was arguing with this guy who's trying to say that this isn't a white supremacist group. So the ADL is incredible because they said Pepe is in the OK sign was used by white nationalists, but that was true though. That's true though. Also, you can go and try to find their manifesto. This is true. They quote this all the time. This is a part of their manifesto. So black people are not American, okay? Even though my family has been here for hundreds of years, we are not American. I am just an African in America, I guess, which is quite strange. I don't know anything about Africa. I don't give a fuck about that place, but you know, whatever, I guess. Whatever, I guess. At the end of the night, the march ended in a logistical anticlimax. No arrests were made at the Arlington Memorial Bridge, where the demonstrators wound down, and the DC police lieutenant told the Daily Beast that the cops had some riot gear and were simply waiting for people to leave. That is when it became clear that more than 24 members of the white supremacist group could not leave, as they were apparently stranded. Members of the group had waited in a one-way roundabout to depart in one of the U-Hauls they had used to transport themselves to the rally, but the large rented moving van could not fit all of them, so many were forced to wait in the 45-degree darkness as the bulky orange vehicle made multiple trips over the course of nearly 3 hours. And the cops were just waiting there to beat their ass. Look at them all lined up like they're in the look at them all lined up. They're waiting for lunch. They're waiting to get their spaghetti from the lunch lady. What the fuck is this? Look at them all just waiting for 3 hours, waiting for their U-Haul to come back. And don't worry, we got video of this too. Oh no, here we go. We got some video of this, of them trying to pack their asses like sardines into the U-Haul because they don't want to stand there for any longer. Look at them. Oh, poor baby. Let me in. Let me in. You couldn't even get like a normal bus. You couldn't even get like a normal bus or anything to like put people in. They had to try and squeeze themselves into a fucking U-Haul to get home. What absolute losers, dude. This might have been started by a fake Twitter account. Oh, dude, no way. White supremacist march in DC was pushed by a fake Twitter account. Dude, they'll do anything. Anything. Someone pretended to have this go on, and this is what got their asses stranded in the middle of DC. and like near freezing temperatures. Hilarious. The new Twitter account looked like it came from a smiling blonde woman who lives in DC, retweeting neighborhood news Thanksgiving giveaway. Showing in her bio that she was a journalist who recently got a dog and loved avocados. Ah, I see. Very normal person, very normal woman here. Ah, yes, women. Haley Normalson. Very, very cool person. She finally sent her first tweet. Happening now, she wrote on Saturday, about 500 men with riot shields marching in DC. But this was not a march on the National Mall, a common occurrence in a city accustomed to protest. The men were part of the Patriot Front, a white supremacist group that rebranded. See, it rebranded after Charlottesville in 2017. The small march of about 100 people had the attention it generated, experts said, displayed the ways hate groups such as Patriot Front use the nation's capital as a backdrop for propaganda material. After the brief march, the Twitter account became overtly fascist, changing the display name to Reclaim America, followed by a link to the website of the Patriot Front, another neo-Nazi propaganda site. Nice meme. The account is now suspended. Twitter did not respond to a request for comment, but experts say violent right-wing extremists will continue to leverage social media and seeking out recruits. This is true. The rebrand. Is there anything here that specifically says that like the account was fake? This does sound fake as fuck, but organizing for optics. Yeah, they're trying to change their optics, their optical look, because it's not very good when your rally is connected to people getting like ran over in cars. You know, this kind of can get a little bit of a bad look. Okay, well, the word fake does not wait. Yeah, the word fake does not appear in the. Oh, wait. At least 1,500 people retweeted the fake account reporting on the march, according to an archive of the Twitter account. The message was amplified in that way. It was a success. At the time, the media arm of another white supremacist organization embedded with Russo's group. They shot videos and posted them on the far right chat forums. Okay, so it was basically an organization way to look normal and to astroturf your own support in DC. So there's like, hey, I'm Macy Normal Woman. I love avocados and my dog. Whoa, Patriot March. We must destroy the Browns from the country. Like out of nowhere. So yeah, I can see that. They do that a lot. They like to lie. It's their favorite pastime. They lie as easily as they breathe. So this is what they did. Another goofy, silly right-wing march that ended in them looking just as stupid as they did when they showed up. Listen, you can change the name, but at the end of the day, they're easily just as the stupid little losers as they always were. Yeah, Macy Normal Woman is my porn name. Oh, my bad. Sorry, I didn't want to. I don't want to sully your porn name like that. That's very important to lots of people. Yes, very much, very much so. Didn't see any combat. Just looked like a bunch of really mad Best Buy employees marching around like losers. We love it. We love to see it, boys. Oh yeah, you're right. Wait a second. You're right. Oh wait, the best part about this is a bunch of right wingers are trying to say that this is a Fed op, that this is a false flag. Wait, let me see. Can I find this? Where'd she tweet this shit out? You give it a lookie? Yeah, here we go. Look at them huff copium. Lauren Southern. I don't know anyone who knows who these people are or what this is. Ah, yes, Lauren Southern, with her vast knowledge of everyone who's an alt-right and Nazi in the country, would 100% know someone, would know them, or know someone who knows them. Very nice, Lauren. Listen, if I don't know who the Nazis are, then they don't exist, okay? Listen, out of everything Lauren Southern has said, that's one thing that I can actually believe, at least a little bit. Look, they did bring knee pads. They did bring their little knee pads. Oh, babies. Aw. Isn't she self-reporting? Yes, obviously she's self-reporting. She's Lauren Southern. And here's Lauren Chen. The Lauren's got to stick together. Nah, we know who they are and what this is. Feds staging a false flag event. Ah, yes. Because we all know the far right has never done anything approximating a march or a rally where they say things like, I don't know, maybe Jews will not replace us. I don't know if I've ever heard of right wingers doing anything like that. Honestly, I got to tell you, we all know that the right is very well known for not doing any political violence, nor having any white supremacist and or ethno-nationalist streaks to them. This is very true. Many people are saying this. You fucking dumbass. Listen, they're all feds, okay? Anything that looks bad from us, feds.